You still make me wanna stay. You ask me to believe in the words that you say, but I can't be strong if you can't move on. Don't you think we've had enough of the trauma you bring? Ain't you tired of thinking we can get through anything? 'Cause I can't move on if you can't be strong. But every time I hear you say my name, it always feels the same. 'Cause I've loved you for a lifetime. We can run through fire and rain, but it always feels the same. And I waited for a lifetime. So you say you wanna change, but lately things have been the same. And it's my heart you're holding back again. And I can't be strong if you can't move on. Every time I hear you say my name, it always feels the same. 'Cause I've loved you for a lifetime. We can run through fire and rain, but it always feels the same. 'Cause I've loved you for a lifetime. Now is the time for you to leave the past We can run through fire and rain, but it always feels the same. 'Cause I've loved you for a lifetime. When I hear you say my name, it always feels the same. 'Cause I've loved you for a
And good morning, everyone. Oh my God, I forgot to mute everything here. And let's see here. Where am I going here? Morning. There we go. I got it. It's Monday. What can I say? Good morning, everybody. How the heck are you? JR here, coming to you once again live from southern Minnesota. Welcome, one and all. Hopefully you don't have a case of the moon days, because you know what they said, right? And that, what was that? The Office. It's the one movie that I did see. It was hilarious. The Office, or something like that. Office Space. That's what it was. Yeah, something like that. See, I'm no good at these movie things. But anyway, you know, when he said, hey, have you ever heard somebody saying, hey, you know, it sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. And he was like, no, man. I think you'd get your ass kicked for saying something like that. Anyway, how the heck are you guys doing? It's Monday. It's Monday morning. I hope you got your coffee. I got my Caribou. I got the Caribou blend going right here with the, I was going to say the quilt mug, but it's actually the flannel mug from the fine folks at Caribou Coffee. Thank you so much. Cheers. Oh, heaven. Anyhow, I've never done a Monday morning live stream. So again, like I said the other day, I'm pretty horseshit at doing these live streams. So I don't even know what days are the right days, what time, whatever. So I'm trying all of it. And I've never done a Monday morning live stream. So I thought, what the hell? I'll do a Monday morning live stream and just see what we see. I got a lot of things I had a lot of things that I had to fix from the last live stream. So I fixed those things. So I got to test those. Some of the video stuff, some of the audio stuff, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but yeah, we'll have some fun and chat about whatever you guys want to chat about. I'll do some updates and we'll play a couple games. We'll just see how Monday morning goes. Everybody's back to work. Everybody's looking for an escape. So hopefully I can be that escape for you. I won't be safe for work. What is that? Not safe for work. I don't know. Is that what you call it? So make sure you got your headphones on and, or if you're working from home, then who cares, right? Just keep me in the background, and that's what most people do. So even Teresa was like, she was doing her beading and stuff, and even though she had me up on the big screen, she was sitting there doing her beads and jewelry. She does, her hobby is beading or whatever. So, she keeps me on the background. So anyhow, let me know. Chime in. Are you new? Type in new in the chat or in the comment section. Love to meet you. And if you are new, welcome. I'm JR. I'm your fearless host. And if you aren't new and you're just a returning follower, subscriber, supporter, welcome back. I appreciate you more than you know. And we'll try this out. We'll try a Monday morning out and see how it's going. Like I said, hopefully I'm your escape, because I know Mondays suck. They suck for me big time. Mondays and Fridays are always my worst days ever. And so I'm always looking for an escape. I always got, somebody's podcast running in the background, or I got something just to kind of help ease the suffering of that Monday morning, whether it's a Monday morning commute, whether it's Monday morning dealing with stupid shit. So whatever. But like I said, I got things to do, places to go, people to see, things to fix, things to test, games to play, topics to talk about. So we'll get some shit done. And so let me know how your morning is going. What are you doing? Are you drinking coffee? Are you working? Are you not working? Are you working at the office? Are you working from home? What are you doing? Tell me. I want to know. So, all right. Let's see here. I was having problems with audio. I know the background, like people were saying, I can't hear your background music at all. So then I figured it out. It's a bug. I'm running, the beta software of Ecamm Live. And I finally figured out, why is it so goofy? Why is it, it was so quiet, I couldn't even hear it hardly. I could barely hear it. Here, let me see if I can pull this up here. Live demo mode. All right, you should be able to see my screen here. So this is what I look at. This is my software that I'm running, Ecamm Live, but it's run, like I said, the beta. So over here, lower right-hand side is the they call it sound effects. It shouldn't be called sound effects. That is not the right name to be using, first of all. These are not sound effects. This is audio. Whether it's music, like background music or whatever. Music, but there's also sound effects. There's background music. There's regular music. And so it should just be called audio. That's what it should be called, not sound effects. Anyway, there are I think there's 3 separate ways to control the volume of the music or whatever this audio file is, whether it's an MP3, MP4, a WAV file, whatever it is that you're using in Ecamm Live. There's 3 or 4 different ways to control the volume, which is great. The problem is they're fighting against each other and they're stomping on each other. So, and what I noticed is there was no way I could fix it. It was like if you come up here to the sound level area above the video, almost down here it says sound effects. You can mute it. See that? Now you can't hear anything, and you unmute it. And now it's all of a sudden way louder. What is up with that? And what I found is that if I just tap, here's the volume controller right here, and it goes from 0 to 100, and you just drag this up and down, and it controls the level of the volume. But you can also do it over here, where the MP3 file resides. A little cog wheel here. See how I got it down all the way down to 10 or 11? Now if I tap it, I don't have to drag it or do anything. If I just tap it, oh wait. Of course the song would have to just end right when I'm doing this. All right, now see, now I'll just tap on it and all of a sudden it'll drop down from 75% down to 10%. See that? And that's what it should be for this scene. On this scene, the background music should be at a 10% volume. And if I go back up to the master up here, the sound volume, it's still set to 75, or what is it set for? 65%. That should be the overall volume for all music, all back, everything. It's the master volume. And that is set the way it should be. And again, the individual WAV files or MP3 files or whatever is set to however you want it. I have it set for 10% because I'm using that song as a background music. So, but if I come up here and just tap on the volume, it'll shoot up to 65. See that? It should not be doing that. Why? What is going on there? That's a bug. So that's why nobody could hear the background music last week, was because all of these background music things were set to 0 to 10%. And nobody could hear it. But like I say, if I just tap on the master, it shoots up to 65%. And now you can hear it. But it shouldn't be that loud. When I'm talking, the background music should not be set to 65%. So, but if I just tap it over here, where it says 10%, or actually 9%, or what does it say? See, if you just tap on it, it shoots all the way down. And then it's nice and quiet like it should be in the background. See, if I drag it up and down. So I'm going to set it for, let's see. All right, I'll set it to 5% volume. And it's still kind of loud, actually. All right, so I'll bring it down to 2%. And that should be fine right there. And then I'll change scenes and let's see what happens to the audio. So if I go to live stream number 2, so there's the, this is a different scene. That sounds good. That sounds right where it should be. So you have to let me know if you can hear that background music or not. And then the second bug is the chat window. So the chat window is just a widget. It's a widget where you enter in the URL of the widget and it brings in whatever that widget is. So the chat widget is just the chat window, and I use restream.io to do the multi-stream. And within Restream, let me pull up Restream. You can see where my single live stream gets sent out to restream.io. And here is, then Restream resends it out. That's why it's called Restream. So Restream takes my single live stream and sends it out to all the different platforms, the ones that I turn on or choose to send to. So you can see here, I've got multiple YouTube channels. I've got Twitter. I've got Twitch, multiple Facebook profiles, and LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. So, but all of those platforms, while, they're showing my live stream, they all have comment sections or chat section or windows or whatever. And I can't keep an eye on all of those things. So they bring all those chat windows or comment sections or whatever into one window right here, chat. And then I'm able to, keep an eye on one window and it shows up. And I take that and place a copy of this into the live stream so that I can keep an eye on it. And hey, Tony, how's it going, buddy? Great to see you. See, now because he's in the chat here. But in the window, you notice that, like if I go back over here to Restream, nothing is showing up in the chat window. That is a bug. It is not refreshing. Oh, there it goes. See how it just kicked in just now? So what I found there was that you have to actually type something in, whether it's testing 1, 2, 3, or somebody has to comment or whatever, then it resets itself. And it only happens when you change scenes from one scene to another. It's like you have to reset it or something. You shouldn't have to do it. It should just automatically kick in, or whatever. So anyway, Facebook user. I don't know who Facebook user is. So if you're on Facebook and you have and you're new and you've never commented, you've never participated in the chat, you've never said anything, you have to give me permission. And I know it sounds stupid, it sucks. We've never had to do this before, but it's a new thing. Facebook says it's a privacy thing or a security feature. My complaint is that, look, if somebody is commenting or participating in the chat, I don't think they're too concerned about privacy. So in order for me to see who you are, you have to give me permission now to see who you are. So if you're on Facebook, let me give you the link. There you go. All right, so if you're on Facebook, you have to click on that link and log in, and then give me permission to see who you are. Alrighty. All right, let me jump back. I got to pull up my comments window. All right, here we go. All right. So, hello, Twitch. How the hell are you? Tony, buddy. Great to see you, man. Nice intro. Snow in July. Absolutely. You know what it is? It's snowing in the man cave. That's what it is. My wife likes to keep the house at the Arctic levels for some reason. And so I always have to wear, I got to bundle up. It's like 100 and some degrees outside, muggy as shit, sweating your what off, and she's got the air conditioner at whatever 50 or something. I don't know, but I'm freezing, and as a cancer patient who's gone through chemo and has massive neuropathy, I can't even hold in. Number one, I can't maintain my body heat. But two, I've got massive neuropathy, and so I physically have pain when it gets too cold. So I got to bundle up. So anyway, you think you'll go back to sleep before this starts? Well, have yourself a wonderful nap, and I'll probably do the same thing. Like when I'm done here, I'll probably get some sleep. And Tony says, of course, seriously, fun intro. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, nice music choice. Yeah, I agree. I try to do whatever people like. And most people didn't like my hardcore heavy metal intros and all that kind of stuff, so I changed it up. And we started doing some epic classical music and country music, and everybody loved that stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, the people have spoken. So anyway, good morning, Twitch land. Thanks so much. If you're on the Twitch side of the world, consider following me on Twitch. Man, I'm over 100 followers now on Twitch. And but no, I'm not a partner. I'm not an affiliate, and I'm not going to be. So the problem there, of course, is that if you become an affiliate or a partner, you got to sign some agreement, and the contract says that it's exclusive. It's there's an exclusivity clause in there, and you can't do any live streaming anywhere else except for Twitch. And it's like, no, I'm not even exclusive with my coffee. Why would I do that with live streaming? So no, not going to do it. Good morning, YouTube. YouTubers, how the hell are you? I'm everywhere, man. I'm live streaming on all the platforms. LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. I'm everywhere. And yeah, unknown user. You got to give me permission. Sorry. If you're new, first of all, welcome. Thanks so much for chiming in. Love to meet you, but I don't know who you are. So you unfortunately have to give me permission to see who you are. Facebook says it's a security/privacy thing. So, whatever. Yeah, if someone says I got a case of the Mondays, I'd have to kill them. Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm right there with you. Mondays and Fridays are my worst days ever. I hate that. You have too many mugs. I mean, I'm jealous. Yeah, I got way too many mugs. I've thrown away so many, like the really old ones that I just, I don't even use them anymore and stuff like that. Or actually, I didn't throw them away. I think we donated them to somewheres. But I still have like way too many, even after I donated a bunch of them and stuff. So yeah, nice mic. Yeah, that would be the Shure. You can see the sticker there, Shure. This is the Shure SM7B. And the best microphone on the planet. Bar none. Period. End of discussion. There's not even an art. It's the best. So, yeah, it is coffee time, man. So, you'll be quietly here. Okay, that's cool. Hang out. Keep me in the background, and I'll try to keep you entertained if I can. That's supposedly the gig. So, do I see you now? No, I don't. Sorry. You got to click on that link, and then log in, and then you have to give me permission to see who you are. So, I've been commenting on LinkedIn. Yeah, I didn't know that your live was on Restream, and I was watching in LinkedIn. Yeah, I do the Restream thing, and like I say, that the cool thing about it is that all I got to do is send out one stream. So even though we got a pretty good pipe, I mean, we're talking, a 1 gig pipe or whatever going up, or is it down? I forget now. I'd have to look. But anyway, we have plenty of bandwidth. And but what I do is I send one stream up to that gets uploaded to Restream, and then from there they take it and push it out to all the platforms. So it's a really cool concept, and it's great. Unknown user. Yep. Yeah, you guys are on Facebook. You got to give me permission. I'm so sorry. You have to give me permission to see who you are. Otherwise, you come across like that. Unknown user. And I no idea who you are. Anyway, this is lurking at its finest. Yeah, well, welcome. I appreciate the fact that you're here. And Michelle, welcome. Good morning. Bruno and I are listening. Hey, Bruno. I see the little puppy dog you got there. So hopefully Bruno is having a wonderful morning. I don't know if is he playing with a toy, or is he whipping around a chew rag, or what do you got going on there? So Restreamer is not aggregating the texts. You have to look in all the places. Yes, I do. No, it does. No, I'm sorry. Let me restate that. Yes, Restream aggregates all the comments, and from all the chat windows, all the comment windows, all that stuff from all the different platforms, and it aggregates all that stuff, puts it all into one window for me so that I can watch it from there, which is what I'm looking at right now. And here, I'll show you. So here's my screen. All right, here's my screen. So this is what I look at. This is my software. It's called Ecamm Live, and I'm running the latest beta version of it. But over here, this big window here is my comments and reactions window, and it brings in all the different, comments and, here's LinkedIn, here's YouTube, here's Facebook. I didn't turn on Twitter or any, let's see. But yeah, I see these Facebook ones where it's just blank. It's got the Facebook logo and it says unknown user. Wow, that is lurking at its finest. If you don't give me permission, then I can't see who you are. So strange that you see them much later than when they are sent. I am sending this at 10:06. Yep, and it's 10:07. So there might be a delay. And because they're grabbing all the comments and everything from all the different platforms, it might take 30 seconds to kind of put everything together, and then it shoots it over to me. So there's a little bit of a delay from when you type in your comment to when I actually see it. So you might see it on the window, but I'm not looking at the live window. the video. I'm not looking at the live video window. I'm looking at my software here, and then, so yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. The delays seemed a lot linger earlier. Oh, yeah, could be. But it's also a bandwidth thing. So, if I'm just slamming things, it might take a few extra seconds before I get it. Oh, no. What is that? I had it on mute. Seriously? Hold on a second. Oh my God. That's terrible. See, I'm telling you, Monday mornings, man. Yes, I have the case of the Mondays. Anyway, let me put my software back up here so you can see it. So yeah, and then what I do is with these comments, which is another cool feature, is that, if there's a question or, something that I want to pull up on the screen, then I'm able to do it from one window. So I can take, like Michelle said here, Bruno is pouting because I gave him a bath and nail trim yesterday, hoping he can listen to you to cheer him up. So now I can take that comment and just click on this little button right here, add to broadcast. There it goes, and it shows up on the window. Very cool feature. Love that. And it, it's there for like, I don't know, 8 to 10 seconds, and then it boogies out of the way. So anyway, okay, so it sounds like the background music is fixed. I can hear it just fine in the background, so let me know if you guys can hear it okay. Let's go, Brandon. Oh, my son's name is Brandon. That's what I always tell him too. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. And all right, let me pop back over here. So it looks like and sounds like the audio part has been fixed. It is a bug, so I'm gonna have to report that. And the chat window I fixed, but there is a delay, and it's not resetting itself when you go from one scene to another scene. And so that's a bug, and I'm gonna have to report that. So if I go back to the original scene, you'll notice, see how the comment window here is not resetting itself. It should be up to date with all the comments and stuff. So I have to wait for somebody to either comment, or I have to comment, and then it'll reset itself, and then all the comments will show up in the window. And it shouldn't do that. It should just be automatic. So not sure what's going on there. All right. And I want to remove that little, not the big ticker at the very bottom, but the little ticker with the red stuff going there. It's kind of like showing like Elsbieta. Welcome. Good morning. How the heck are you? And more importantly, are you drinking some coffee? You got the coffee going? I got the Caribou going here. Wonderful, wonderful coffee mug from the fine folks at Caribou Coffee. Thank you so much. Love you guys. You're always there for me, no matter what. When I get there, the coffee's just waiting. It's piping hot. My buddy Dave, he's I don't know if he's here in the chat, but he's always got the mint condition mocha going. Oh my God, that stuff is so good. And what I want to do is I want to try the hot version because I've always, that particular blend, I've always tried cold. So in like the cooler format. And, but I've never had the hot version. And I definitely want to, I love, that's probably my favorite blend at Caribou. And so I want to try the hot version. But anyway, cheers. Oh, heaven. So let me know how you guys are doing in the chat. It is indeed a Monday morning, and I don't know if you guys are at work. And if you are at work, are you working from home? Are you working at the office? What are you drinking? Are you drinking coffee, tea, soda, alcohol? What are you drinking? Let me know because I want to know. And yeah, the comment section is not working. Let me reset it manually here. Yep, it's not working. So we're just going to go with, let's see, scene number 2. Yep, see how that's working? That one works just fine. All right, well, we'll stick with this scene then because this one seems to be working just fine. Beauteous. Anyway. Crystal. Welcome. Good morning. Working from home, drinking coffee. Cheers. Absolutely. I'm doing the working from, actually I'm not working right now, but obviously. But yeah, no, I'm ever since the cancer diagnosis, and I go through my surgeries and chemotherapy and daily radiation treatments and all that kind of stuff. I've been working from home. In the very beginning, I was still going into the office, but driving all the way up to the Twin Cities and spending an hour and a half in the car on the way up, hour and a half home, 3 hours a day in the vehicle was just too much. It was like, I can't do this. So working from home, much better, easier, better, funner. Is funner a word? Yeah, I think it is. It is now. Anyway, but when I work with my clients, they have no problem with it. You know, we get on a video chat, and you know, I help out wherever I can, whether it's IT related, whether it's accounting and finance, whether it's sales and marketing, whatever it is, I'm there for my clients. And things have slowed down, obviously, during COVID, and that helped out tremendously that I already had, you know, I was kind of a step ahead of everybody else because I was already working from home. I was already doing live streaming and, you know, using Zoom for all my meetings and hangout sessions and all that kind of stuff. And it was great. You know, I could sit there and meet with a client, and they'd have me up in their conference room, and I'd be meeting with 6, 7 individuals, doing Q&A, and so that's what I was saying. Last time we did the live stream, people were asking me about if I was still doing consulting. I am. I'm, you know, considered disabled, fully disabled, you know, I'm not working full time. I don't have a full-time job. I do. I mean, this is my full-time job. But I don't have a full-time job with an employer, you know. I can't commit to a full-time deal. So I work as a consultant or a contractor or whatever. I've got 25 years experience, and people want that. They want that experience. They want the whatever I got. So my biggest client, the Mayo Clinic. That is my biggest client. I have a lot of experience in healthcare IT. So I've got clients that are as small as little, dentist offices, little doctor, medical practices, all the way up to, United Hospital, the Mayo Clinic, entire family practice, schools, universities, all the way down to, a majority of my clients are or were small businesses. Small little retail stores, construction companies. I mean, you name it. Just about every industry I've done consulting for. And they reach out to me, and you can do it right on this link here. So at the same place where you support me at, when you buy me coffees and stuff like that, you can also set up a consulting, a 1 hour free session. And I can chat with you for an hour and just see if I can help you out. So yeah, if you're a small business owner and you need help with something, no matter what it is, like I say, I've got 25 years experience, and chances are I can help you out. And if not, then I can at least steer you in the right direction. So, but yeah, I've got a ton of experience on the accounting and finance side of things, even leading all the way up to corporate credit. A lot of you guys I've worked with also at Laser Master Corp. That's where I kind of moved up from just doing collections all the way up to one step below the controller position. And I'm not a CPA, so I didn't want to go and become a CPA just so that I could get that position. So I'm just like, forget it, So then I opened up my own credit consulting practice back then, and I would help a lot of small dental offices and a lot of small medical practices, and help them out on the accounting and corporate credit side of things. So, but yeah, healthcare IT, huge. I mean, if you go, no matter where you go over to Entire Family Practice. They got 14 clinics in the Twin Cities. Everything they got from me. So all their laptops, all their computers, servers, network infrastructure, everything. They had the old school green screen computers, and I'm like, oh my God, man, what the hell, terrible. And then I got other, small businesses that need help on the sales and marketing side. I help them out from that perspective, helping out with sales management. So yeah, all the way down to, starting from scratch. If you're looking to start your own business from home or brick and mortar, whatever it is, I can help you out, get you set up, get yourself incorporated. You got to protect yourself. You don't want to have your personal assets grabbed just because, somebody sues you or whatever the hell. You need to be incorporated. So I can help you with all, every step of the way. So hopefully that answers that question. That was the long answer to a very short question. So anyway, but yeah, Crystal, good morning again. Awesome. You're working from home. That's awesome. Facebook user. I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. Unknown user. I would be listening to an audiobook a day, driving that much. Yeah, no doubt. Like I say, I was spending 3 hours a day in the car, man. It was just crazy. Let me know if you guys can hear that background music too, because I had to do the reset thing on there, and when I switch scenes, it doesn't want to reset itself. So it sounds pretty good to me, but I don't know if it's too loud or too soft or just right. And Cindy, welcome. Good morning from the YouTube side of the world. I'm not a real big YouTuber. I got a lot of new subscribers. So if you're on the YouTube side of the world, consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of broadcasts from there, and I'm going to be doing, I have another channel. I've got 5 channels actually, but I'm going to be doing reactions to movies. So I'm going to be adding, because right now I just do the music, video reactions and stuff like that, but I'm going to be adding to that movie commentaries and reactions and stuff like that, because tons of people were asking about that. I didn't even know it was a thing. I just, I'm like, what? I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV. I don't do any of that stuff, and but apparently it's a thing. So I checked out a couple people, and I'm like, oh my God, wow, there's that many people who are watching that stuff. So I thought, okay, I'll add it and we'll just see how it goes. But anyway, so yeah, welcome. Good morning to you fine folks on the YouTube side of the world. It was me, Facebook user. I did what you said, and you still cannot see me. Huh. Yeah, that is weird. Unless it's a Facebook thing. Let me see if I make a comment over on Facebook. If I come across. Oh my God. Yeah, mine's not coming across either. It's got to be a Facebook thing. Huh. All right, let me see if that link is not working then. So if you click on, if you go to chat.restream.io/FB, if you do that, well, let me show you what I'm doing here. So if I go to that link that I posted, which was right here, chat.restream.io/FB, that will take you to here. Let Restream see your name. We'd love to show your comment on stream in a Facebook group, but it will look like this. Facebook user, yep. Want us to show your name and image next to your live chat comments? Allow. So right here, you got to click this button right here. Allow Restream to show my name. Thank you. Now we'll see your name and picture when you comment on Facebook live videos inside of a group. That's all you needed to do. You may return to Facebook. Okay. So now I return to Facebook. And let's do testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing 3, 2, 1. And let's see if it comes across. Nope, still not coming across. All right, do I have to actually log in then or what? Back to Facebook. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 3, 2, 1. Nope. Still not doing it. Yeah, you're right, man. I don't know what the deal is. So something's going on. Either it's a bug with Restream or Facebook is not recognizing it. I no idea. Anyway, thanks for letting me know that, though. So I'll definitely have to take a look at that. Jason, how the heck are you? Welcome. What's your favorite disgusting cheese sandwich? Here, let me ditch the live demo mode there. I don't eat cheese sandwiches, so I would have to say, the old school grilled cheese sandwiches that you'd have, at school. Remember, back in the day, and I don't know how old you are, but I'm an 80s kid, so, back in the day when you'd get those hot lunches and stuff at school, they'd have, like if there was grilled cheese for that day or something like that. They make all this stuff in the morning, right? And, it's all piled up. By the time you get it at noon, it's cold and it's soggy and it's just nasty as hell. I would say that's the most disgusting cheese sandwich I've ever had. So. Yeah, the chat. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. Don't know who's at fault there, but yeah, it's just not working. So, Michelle, how's Bruno doing? How about now? Nope, still showing as unknown user. So, not sure what's going on there. I'm just going to have to look into that afterwards and yeah. Anyway, hopefully I answered your question with regards to that disgusting cheese sandwich. All right. My next item on there was we were talking about movies, and I'll be doing some, like I said, I'll be adding movie commentaries and reactions and stuff to my reaction channel. So if you're looking for me on YouTube, it's JR Reacts. So if you do a search for that, you should find me. And right now it's just my music video reactions, so the heavy metal and country music. And but I will be adding the movie commentary stuff. So let me know. I've already gotten a lot of suggestions as to which movies to watch and to do the reactions to. And I'm compiling a list of all the movies that I haven't seen, and then I'm tallying those up, and then we'll do it that way. So yeah, so the question of the day was, what is your all-time favorite movie? Let me know. And if I haven't seen it, I'm going to add it to my list. Alrighty, Bruno. I hope he's doing much. Yeah, Bruno seems to be perking up a bit. Awesome. He likes it hot, so walks for him today will be great. Not so much for me. Yep, no, I hear you. If you're in southern Minnesota, right? Well, if you're in Texas, holy shit, man. 103 to 110 for a high. Here in southern Minnesota, I think we're looking at 95 for a high with a heat index of 98. That is ridiculous, man. For southern Minnesota, we should be, in the 60s and 70s or something like that. But, still waiting for that next ice age. But yeah, Bruno seems to be perking up a bit. That's great. That's awesome. Tony, you're just going to stay in listen in mode for right now. That's fine. Thank you so much. You're actually in Texas? Okay. I had a couple of friends. I have a couple of friends in Texas who told me this morning, that when we were doing a video chat, And they were saying it's supposed to be 103 to 110 degrees today. And I'm like, oh my God, man. And I thought, because I was bitching and complaining about how hot and muggy and humid, here in southern Minnesota, it's like 95 to 98. And they're like, dude, that's nothing. Today it's supposed to be 103 to 110 for a high. One of my friends is in Houston, and the other one was, I think, Dallas, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And but Houston was really bad. He said it was just muggy as hell, like 100% humidity, like you can't even breathe, And but yeah, Tony, you went for a bike ride for 2 hours on Saturday. 102. Damn, that is insane, man. Wow, I don't know how you guys do it. At least up here, it's just a day or two, maybe 3 at the absolute worst. But it's usually a day or two where you get into the 90s and it's muggy and everybody's whining and crying and bitching and moaning. But down in Texas, man, that's like a daily thing. And of course, my mom's over there in the desert Southwest, so she's, I think, in Arizona. And it's always, 112, 115 degrees, but it's a dry heat. It's just, you go outside and it's still hot. I mean, 115 degrees, that's freaking hot. But you can breathe, Oh, for today, yeah, the question of the day, let's see here. I have a list that I pick from, so I'm scrolling through real quick here just to kind of pick something out. The fear factor. Let's do that. So, question of the day: what do you fear the most? Let me see if I can. I should be able to get it posted, but Restream is having a problem. So let me just see if I can do. I'm going to use the Restream app. Question of the day. Let's see how it comes across. All right, there it is. It should come across, hopefully. Question of the day. What do you fear the most? I want to know. We have seen only a couple days that didn't go over 100 since March. Holy crap, man. Since March? That is definitely insane. I wouldn't be able to handle that. I mean, I'm talking about moving south just because of my cancer side effects, I guess you could say, especially with the massive neuropathy. Being in Minnesota is horrific. I got to run to the car. I got to have a mask and a scarf on because I can't breathe the cold air because of the neuropathy. You can't breathe in the 20, 30 below wind chill type air. And, in Minnesota, you got, 6 to 8 months of winter. So it's like, man, I can't live here at some point I'm going to have to move south. And so I talked to Teresa about that. And, of course, we built this house 7 years ago. This is her dream house. She wants to be here. This is where family is. This is where my family is. It's just, but I don't know if we're going to be able to stick it out. And now with Dad going through his cancer battle, he's got the same cancer as I got, and he's now going through chemotherapy. He's had one session already, so he's completed chemo session number 1. He had surgery on Monday. Then he had some follow-up appointments or whatever, and then he had the chemo pump connected to his chest, and then he also did the IV chemotherapy, and now he's just starting to get that, the tingling, the pins and needles type thing from the oxaliplatin. And so he's going to be in the same boat as me. He's going to end up with, massive nerve damage. And The cool thing about the oxaliplatin is that it does kill the cancer cells, but it kills everything else too. So you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But hey, I'm alive, right? So like I said the other day, when every day I wake up is a blessing. So to me, it's worth it. I'll suffer through the pain. It's all part of the gig. If I can live another year or two, hopefully, I mean, that's the goal. But if I can live another year, it's worth it for me to do it. So anyway, snowbird time. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. That's going to be me. So I just don't know when. At some point, I feel like we're going to have to move, whether it's Texas. If I'm going to move to the south, I would love to live in Texas. But I can't handle, 100 degrees to 110, whatever, on a daily basis since March. And I'm assuming it's probably muggy as hell, too. You guys got the Gulf down there, so I'm assuming it's pretty muggy. It's not a dry heat. So I'm thinking we'll probably move to the desert Southwest, something like in Arizona. I've got family in Arizona. My mom lives in Arizona. I got relatives that live in Arizona. Teresa has relatives that live in Arizona. So I'm thinking probably Arizona. I would love to live in Colorado. I love it in Colorado. Maybe up in the mountains where it's always 60 or 70 degrees every day, all year round. But, so I'm thinking maybe that too. And I got relatives in Colorado as well. So creepy, crawly bugs of any kind, says Michelle. Yeah, that's kind of like Teresa too. She cannot handle the creepy crawlies. I mean, the spiders, all that stuff. She just does the freak out. She even hates the fly. If a fly gets in the house, man, oh my God. Then it's Dad's mission. He's got the fly swatter, and she won't let him let up until he kills it. So it's hilarious. You've got air conditioning. Yeah, no, I totally get it. We do too. And that's where you saw the snow earlier. So down here in the man cave, cold air sinks. So I'm downstairs. The whole downstairs is my studio, and I've got it all sectioned up because I couldn't afford to build the individual rooms. Once I was diagnosed with cancer, all my money went to medical expenses. But so it's a wide open, huge, massive studio with no walls. And then Brandon, at the very end down there, at the end, Brandon has his room, his bathroom. I've got my office, conference room, all that, So that's where you see the snow. It's snowing down here in the man cave because cold air sinks. So Teresa's got it, at 60 degrees or whatever the hell it is upstairs. All that cold air sinks down here. The hot air goes up there. So she's up there in the heat. Oh, thanks a lot. The camera decides to die. Hold on a second. Good Lord. So, all the hot air goes up there. So, and she can't handle it. She's sweating like crazy, so she turns the air down to whatever, 50, 60 degrees. All that cold air sinks down here, and I can see my breath, And so the joke was, it was snowing in the man cave. So all I got to do now is I hit a button. Where's my snow? Let's see here. So I just hit a button, and there you be. It's snowing down here in the man cave. So, yeah, I'm all too familiar with the whole air conditioning thing. So, it's a dry heat on the western side of Texas. Oh yeah, I suppose because that side is not the Gulf side, right? So the east part of Texas is where you got the Gulf, and yeah, muggy as hell. The Houston, San Antonio, But yeah, on the western side of Texas, I could probably handle that. And I've been to Texas. We got relatives in Texas. I love Texas. Absolutely love Texas. And so it's either going to be Texas or Arizona, and maybe, possibly, potentially Colorado. But we'll see. And of course, I love Montana and Idaho. Oh my God, just absolutely love it. Sun Valley, Idaho. It's my if I had the money, that's where I'd be. Love it up there in the mountains, and you can it could be 80 degrees and you could just hit the slopes, man. Come visit. Absolutely. I plan on it. I've got 3 friends right now in Texas. And I talked to a couple of them this morning, but I got 3 friends in Texas that want me to come down. They're like, man, we'll pay your plane ticket, whatever. Just get your ass down here and hang out with us. If you're only going to be around another year or 2, they're like, we want to see you. Come on down. Let's hang out. And then I got some friends in Florida, really good buddies of mine who I went to high school with and stuff, and they moved to Florida. Same thing. They're like, dude, just hop on a plane, come down, hang out with us for a week or 2, or even if it's just the weekend, we'll pay for your plane ticket. Just come on down. And so I was waiting. They were saying, they get those festivals, those big hard rock, heavy metal festivals that come through, something like an Ozfest or something like that. So we're waiting for that to come through in Florida, and then I was going to hop on a plane and go down and hang out for the weekend. But yeah, Tony, I absolutely, I'll figure out what I'm going to do. It'll probably be towards the end of the year when I head down to Texas, and then I'm going to visit my mom in Arizona. So I got to figure that out as well. And but we'll see. With Dad going through his cancer stuff now, I got to kind of put that stuff off just a little bit until we get him at least finished with his chemo and his radiation treatments and stuff. There's going to be like 8 to 10 sessions. And then he'll have to have surgery, obviously. But we'll see. I got to see how he handles all the chemo stuff. Wish it was snowing here today. I'm also working from home, the lower level, and it is 10 degrees cooler down here. Yeah, for me it's like 30 degrees cooler. But well, you know Teresa, so she just can't handle the heat. So I don't know. It's craziness. Is yours? Well, you're on the lower level there. Is that you guys have a finished level? Like are you in like an office or in the big like living room area, or is it like finished off, or is it an unfinished type basement type thing? Yeah, Tony says, keep the current home and just travel all winter. Yeah, I could do that as well. Our house now is like worth double what we paid for it. I mean, the real estate market is just crazy. So we got, when it comes to the equity in the home it's insane. So yeah, I was thinking, well, we could either sell it and move, or we may end up, because of all the family we have up here, we may end up just keeping it. Brandon could live here, take care of the place, and pay the mortgage or whatever, consider it rent or whatever the hell, and we could just travel all winter. And then, this is the home base. You just come back in the spring or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Somewhat finished. Yeah. That's a good thing. Oh, I got to turn the snow off here. It's just killing my CPU. That's the only bad thing about all these graphics. I got like 800 graphics going at the same time, and then you got music and audio, and just nails a CPU. I'm on a Mac, so I'm running Mac and Windows and all the apps, and and doing live streaming and everything all on one machine. That's just like choking to death. Let's see. I got to turn the snow off. It does help though. It makes me feel cooler. There we go. You have a full office set up in one of the bedrooms. Nice. That's kind of what I do too. It's kind of like I was saying, way at the end of the basement, or whatever you'd call it, the downstairs, lower level, whatever. All the way at the end is where we have 3. So we got 2 bedrooms, but one of them is not a legal bedroom because there's no windows. So that's what I have my office, and right next to that is what I consider the conference room. So that's the business side of things. And then Brandon's got his bedroom, a full bedroom, and then he's got the bathroom all to himself. And then all, the entire length of this place, we've got is wide open. It's like a living room type thing. And then I subdivided those into, they were going to be individual rooms, so I could have a separate YouTube set, a separate podcasting room, a separate, when I do voiceovers and stuff like that for commercials, a separate voice booth or whatever you want to call that. And then at the very end of this side is where Teresa has her studio, and that's a separate bedroom. So it's an actual bedroom, but it's her studio where she has all of her beading and stuff like that. Jewelry design or whatever you want to call it. But for some reason, she just loves being upstairs on the main level where everything is, the kitchen, everything is upstairs on one level. So she always hangs up there. And then we got, 2 or 3 bedrooms up there as well. And so you got, Pops, he's got his own room, his own bathroom. We've got the master with the master bath and the master bedroom. And then you got a huge living room and so everything is all on one level up there. So she pretty much stays up there. And so, yeah, me and Brandon just basically are down here all the time, and she's up there. But my full office setup, it's also a bedroom, but it doesn't have a window, so it's not a legal bedroom. So I just use it as an office. You need carpet and wood, doors in the trim, bathrooms. We need it all. Yep, we did that when we built this place. We didn't build the place. It was like a shell when we got this place. And then Teresa got together with the builder and designed the way she wanted the whole layout. I just told her, all I want is, I want an office and a conference room. That's all I want. Because at the time, I'm like, business consulting. So I'm like, that's all I care about. I just want my office. Do whatever else you want. I don't care. And so she put in a couple of bedrooms and did the layout and a huge ass living room. So she designed the layout of the place because it was just a shell. And so right away though, she got them to include the carpet, all the trim, all the the bathroom setup, like the floors or whatever. What do you call that stuff? Linoleum or whatever. I don't know anything about that stuff, but she worked with them and did all the stuff. And 90 days later, I brought her. I came in here and I'm like, holy crap, everything's done, everything's finished. Carpet is great. It's wonderful having a complete finished downstairs. I've never had a finished basement before, so it was just like, wow, whole lower level that's completely finished. It's just beautiful. You are cool enough, dude. Yeah, thanks, man. Usually I always say I'm really hot. I never heard the cool thing enough, though. Hot, because, when you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day. That's what I always say. So, but no, I appreciate it. Does she sell her stuff? She does. If so, online. No, she. So here's the thing with Teresa. She used to be a store owner. She used to have her own store called the Country Cardinal. When I met her, she, I met her at the Mayo Clinic. We both worked at the Mayo Clinic. I was a consultant. She had worked at Mayo for 10 years. She headed up the transcription services department. And so I met her through Mayo. We dated from, 96 through 99. We got married in 99. So almost at the end of 99. So 3.5 years. And then we got married. And when we got married, Mayo told me that they weren't going to renew my contract for a couple of reasons. They wanted me to stay there. They offered me a full-time gig as an employee, but they said they were changing their policies, and they were no longer going to work with consultants in any department. So no more contractors, no more consultants, no more none of that. They wanted everybody there to be an employee. And then on top of all that, they said to all the employees, every employee at Mayo has to have a 4-year degree, from the highest position all the way down to the lowest position. What I don't know what that is, like maybe a janitor or whatever the hell. Everybody had to have a 4-year degree. Well, Teresa had a 2-year degree at the time. And so I said to her, since we just got married, and I had a shit ton of cash because I was a single guy, I had no bills, and I was making well over $100,000 a year. So I mean, I was just putting all my money into the bank. I was just like, what? I wasn't spending anything, So I told her, I said, I will pay for your college. You want a 4-year degree? I'll pay for your 4-year degree in cash. But my only stipulation is that you go for what you want to do, not for what Mayo wants you to do. What you want to do. You get a 4-year degree, and I will pay for it in cash. And she always dreamed of being a horticulturist. She's huge into, I don't know anything about it. So, like plants and trees and shrubs and flowers and, all that kind of stuff. Being a horticulturist. And so that's what she went to college for. She told Mayo to screw it. She had been there for 10 years. And they said, you got to go back to school and get a 4-year degree. And they wouldn't even guarantee her job back. And she headed up a huge department, for 10 years as, the leader of transcription services. And so she told him, F you, and went back to school. And became a horticulturist. Well, things went south for her, and at the time we didn't know what the cause of her pain and suffering was. We didn't know what it was. We couldn't figure it out. Well, at the end, we ended up finding out what it was. It was spinal stenosis. Her spinal cord was being severed in 4 locations, and that's where all the pain was being caused and stuff. Well, she became disabled. And had to have surgery and all that kind of stuff. So at any rate, she ended up not being able to do a job in the horticulture industry. So, dealing with trees and plants and all that kind of stuff. So her second favorite thing was gifts and crafting, like crafts, like doing beading, jewelry, that kind of stuff, creating things with your hands, And so she just loved being around it. She had a lot of friends who were designers and who were like into crafting and stuff like that. And so I met, because of me, Mr. Business Guy, I was just like, you should start up your own store, and you and your friends could like sell all your wares, all your stuff that you guys create. You could have a store, a gift and craft store here in southern Minnesota, where they don't really have many. Well, they got some, but not very many. But have a store where you could sell all those gifts and crafts and stuff like that. And she thought it was a great idea. So she said, yeah, let's do it. So I set her up. I got her a building. I got her incorporated. I set up her entire business. I got all the computers. I did everything for her. And she had a brand new retail store called the Country Cardinal. And that lasted for about 4 years. And she never really liked being a business person. She didn't like the business aspect of it, like I did. She just wants to do what she wants to do, which is create things. She's a designer. She's a jewelry designer. She loves working with her hands and creating things. And I totally get that, and I'm, on the business side, I love running the business. And so, she never lost money, but she broke even every year. And she was just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to run a business. I want to just do what I want to do, which is create. I want to do my designs, and I want to be a designer. So I said, okay, fine. No problem. We'll shut the store down. We'll sell off all the crap, and you can just do whatever the hell you want to do. And then, sell your shit online, or sell it in stores or do whatever. And so for the last 10 years, she's been creating stuff, and we have not been selling it. Her friends, however, there's one caveat to that. Her friends will stop here, and they will pick up bins, like I shit you not, bins full of Teresa's designs and stuff like that, and will take them to their place of employment because they work in like these huge corporate companies or whatever, and they will sell her stuff like in a day or two because it's that popular, it's that good. She is a really good designer. She makes really cool necklaces, earrings, bracelets, stuff like that, and they would sell her stuff and give her the money and would say, here's a check for, we sold all your stuff. And then they would keep, we worked out a deal. We just said, they would keep 10% of everything they sold, so, Teresa still got 90% and, they got 10% of like, kind of like a commission or whatever. They would get 10% of everything they sold. And it was still thousands of dollars. Well, then of course, COVID hit. Most of her friends either lost their jobs or they just don't work there anymore, or they're working from home or whatever. They don't have that environment anymore. And so for the last few years, nothing. So piling up, so Teresa's got her whatever studio, and then that's where everything gets dumped, So hopefully, we can get around to working with somebody, maybe selling it on Etsy or setting up her own website. I've got a couple web domains for her, and we set it up on a website or something. I don't know, something like that. But again, very, very, very long answer. I'm a story guy. I love stories. I love telling people my stories. I love hearing your stories. It's all about the experience. And I mentioned that the other day when we're my last live stream, we were talking about, the experience. I love a story. I want to hear, everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a background. Everybody's got, and to me, it's fascinating. I'm fascinated. I should, a couple people are like, oh man, you got to write a book or whatever. Yeah, I really do. But right now I can't. But anyway, it's all about the experience. Everybody's got a story, whatever. So that's our story. That's Teresa's story. And that's the long ass answer, Crystal, to your question about does she sell her stuff? If so, online shows, yeah. In a previous life, yes. Ever since COVID hit, no. So for the last few years, no. And we really, I've been trying to talk her into it for the last 3 years that we need to really do that. Even if it's me taking everything and going to all the stores, all the gift and craft stores, all the clothing stores, whatever, just to work out a deal with somebody to sell all of her shit. Because we could really use the money, medical expenses being what they are these days, but I couldn't do it with my surgeries and my chemo and my daily radiation treatments. And now with Dad battling cancer and Teresa needing her surgery, ain't gonna happen. Not right now. So why can't you write a book right now? If not now, when? Like I said, just because of timing, just because I've got so much going on, not only with my health, but with my dad's and Teresa needing stuff. So all the doctor appointments, just all this medical shit. And then on top of it, I still got to do my consulting. I still got to put food on the table. I still got to, I do get a lot of you guys that are helping me, donating, buying me coffees, doing all that kind of stuff. But when you got the bills that we have, it's just, I still have to work. I still have to do consulting. I think Social Security says, well, you can't make a certain amount of it because I'm on disability. I'm 100% disabled. I can't work. But I do work like from home, part-time, consulting. And then, disability says, that's fine, that's cool, you can do that. You just can't make a certain amount or whatever. You can't exceed X amount, otherwise you lose your disability status or whatever. And that's cool, I get that. But with my consulting, with my healthcare stuff, with Teresa's stuff, with Dad's cancer stuff, I just don't have the time. But, I think it's just a matter of making time for it. So like maybe if I was to carve out maybe an hour or two in the evening or something, and I could start writing a book, maybe. I got a lot to say, I can never shut up. So, and I got more stories than the Pope has prayers, So, I mean, I got stories from Mayo. I've got stories from consulting. I've got stories from back in the day, whatever. I got lots of stories. And for some reason, I always seem to make it interesting when I'm telling people about, whatever. I could make, wiping my ass sound pretty cool and everybody's interested. But, of course, I'm not going to write a book about that. But, having colon cancer, pun intended, right? So when you have ass cancer, hey, you can make all kinds of jokes. Anyway, so speaking of ass cancer, I need to take a break. I need to make a pit stop. I'll put it that way. And then I got to get a refill on the Java juice. It's almost completely gone here, so I got to get a refill on the Java juice. So plenty to do, plenty to say, plenty of things to do. So stick around if you can. Love having all you guys here. If you're new, again, type in new in the chat. Would love to meet you. And if you are new, I'm JR. Welcome. Welcome one and all. If you're a returning visitor, follower, supporter, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. What is it? Drundi Sav? Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I'm going to take a quick break. So stick around if you can. Would love to hang out with you guys. Like I said, I got plenty more to do, plenty more to say, plenty more things we can do. I'm going to also maybe play a couple games as well. Now that we've got the audio fixed and we got the video stuff going, I think we'll be okay here. But I do need to take a break, and I gotta, as you do when you're battling cancer, I got to take my meds. I got to take this, that, and the other, and yeah. Coffee break time too. Yes, absolutely. We could compile all your lives over the past year. Yeah. I'm hoping that I got at least one more life left. I always tell people I'm not a cat. I don't know how many lives I got left in me, but hopefully I got one more left, because if I can live another year or two, I'm all for that, man. That's why I battle on. That's why I do what I do. And so anyway, yeah, stick around. Love to hang out with you guys, and we'll see you soon. Hang tight. And we're back. We're back. I'm back. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Went to the wrong scene here. What the hell? There we go. Yeah, good enough. Anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. I had to get some things done. I had to, of course, make that pit stop. And got my refill of fresh, hot, piping hot Caribou. It's the dark blend, of course. And cheers. Oh, my God. Heaven. Why does it sound so loud now? Yep, volume looks good. Anyway, so Tony, yeah, we could compile all your lives over the past year. I meant live broadcast. Oh, yeah, no, I hear you. I just got to make time, I guess. That's the bottom line, is I would have to carve out some time to do some writing. And I'm just not a writer, but I think because I did have a couple publishers reach out to me. At the time, and this is just a few years ago, I was more into the business side of things, and I was really looking at, I wanted to write a book about, starting and running and growing a small business to help out small business owners and stuff. And they were more interested in the healthcare side of things because I had beaten cancer that first time. And they were looking for authors on the healthcare side of things and looking for people who beat cancer and had a story to tell. And they saw me on the news and they saw my PSA commercials and stuff like that. And so they reached out to me saying, hey, man, you should really write a book. You got a hell of a story to tell. We saw you on the news and, you should really write a book, and we just happen to do that, and don't worry about, just, we have editors, we have everything. We just need you to write it, and I just wasn't really interested in, and not only that, but, you don't have a lot of freedom to do. I mean, they have to authorize everything. They have to approve everything. At the time, my doctor had gotten me set up with trying out medical marijuana. And, of course, I didn't end up doing that. But at the time, anyway, I was going through the process of getting, set up with the state of Minnesota to be approved, which I did. I got certified and approved and all that kind of stuff. As a terminal cancer patient, I was approved, for medical marijuana, and I went and I met with the doctors, and it was way too expensive, and insurance doesn't cover it. Of course, it's not medical marijuana is not on their formulary, so I was on my own. I would have to pay cash for all of it, and I think at the time they only had 1 or 2 dispensaries or whatever you call it, and I ended up not doing it because it was just I didn't have the cash for it. I was like, man, I've spent our whole family savings on battling cancer, and I can't afford to pay, whatever it was, $500, $600, $700 a month, just on, what I needed from them, and so I'm like, I'm not going to do that, and so Wally has 6V. Walt. Am I missing something? Wallet has 6V. Hey, thanks a lot. Really appreciate the follow. Welcome from the Twitch side of the world. You're lucky today. Our team gives you promo code blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, it's probably just goofiness. Yeah, that's just goofiness. Advertising bullshit. Anyway, and so I ended up not doing it. And, like I said, they have to authorize everything. They have to prove everything. And at the time, that was too controversial. So, I could tell my story. I could tell about, having cancer. I could talk about the battle that I went through, all the chemotherapy, all of the radiation treatments, all of the surgeries, all that kind of stuff. But when it came to the medical marijuana stuff, they were just like, we can't, it's too controversial. That's not something you need to write about or whatever. So just leave that part out or what. It's like, no, you can't just, if you're going to tell a story, tell a story. Tell the whole thing. Like I say, I ended up not doing it. I ended up not going with medical marijuana and stuff like that. And I don't know, what did I stick with? The old school Vicodin or whatever the hell it was. And Norco, I think they call it nowadays, or whatever the hell. But at the time, it's like, if you're going to tell a story, tell the whole story from start to end. It's all about the journey. It's all about the experience. You tell the whole thing. You can't just tell somebody, well, you can tell part of your story, just don't tell the other part of the story because it's too controversial and, this isn't legal or that's not legal, so we don't want you to talk about it or write about it. No. So I ended up not doing it, is the bottom line. So I wanted to write about business, and I pitched my idea to them, and they said, no, we're not interested in more business books and all that kind of shit. And I said, there's nobody out there writing books about helping small business owners, from scratch, from starting a business to incorporating it, to growing your business, sales and marketing, accounting and finance, the whole ball of wax, shipping and receive. I mean, everything, every aspect of running a small business. Nobody's really doing that. And that's what I do on a daily basis when I help my clients. And so I'm like, I could write about that, and they were like, no, we don't need more business books. So they're like, all right. So, but anyway, yeah, I do want to write a book. I don't know. I just need to carve out some time to do some writing. I could do self-publishing. I know they got contractors who do editing and all that kind of stuff, and but yeah. When you have a moment, I have a quick question. Yeah, anytime. From an IT consultancy perspective, how have the current supply chain challenges impacted small business with planning for hardware refresh projects? And how do you advise clients to approach planning those with extended lead times? I've got a lot to say about that. Holy crap. Not enough time here, but I will briefly touch on that. So, how have the current supply chain challenges impacted small business with planning for hardware and refresh projects? It has had an impact, and I'd say the biggest one is all that stuff coming from China has delayed a lot in the way of hardware. It doesn't matter what area you're talking about. Whether it's CPUs or GPUs. Of course, that's the biggest one that I'm always exposed to, being a small time YouTuber / live streamer, whatever. Everybody in this industry has a need for bigger, faster, quicker, whatever GPUs, and the graphic cards, and pushing more multiple monitors, and they're just not out there. The supply chain, everything is not available for the last couple of years, and so all those projects went to the wayside. And when it came to the small businesses, all refreshing stuff on a 3-year basis, I'd always set up my clients on a 3-year refresh rate, and the hardware, just not there. Maybe some of the higher end stuff but a lot of the higher end stuff too was not available. I think the biggest issues we had probably were with I'd say backup and disaster recovery solutions. So a lot of the hardware, especially some of the bigger hard drives, like maybe the 2 and the 4 terabyte drives, you just couldn't get them. And it was 6 months out, it was 8 months out, then it was 10 months out, and all these projects, and it had a big impact. Let's put it that way, especially when you're trying to help people grow, and their companies are growing, and they have need for more computers, more servers, more data. repositories, backups. But yeah, the biggest one was the backup and disaster recovery solutions. The bigger SANs. I'm talking about, the bigger SANs. But so for small business with planning for hardware refresh project, that was the biggest thing. Because again, when you talk to small business owners, you want to have a refresh rate of about 3 years, because a lot of that equipment is going to die on you. They're only built to last a few years. It's not like the old days where these things were lasting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, and you could just keep using it. Now, whether it's Microsoft or Apple or whoever, their stuff just stops working. And a lot of the software developers are saying, when we release a product, they're going to support like maybe the last 3 iterations of the OS, and those last 3 iterations of the OS are only going to run on certain hardware. And so you set up your refresh rates on a 3-year refresh, and because of COVID, a lot of these companies, they just didn't have the money for it. They couldn't do that, so you'd have to and now you're pushing things out 5 years, 6 years, or whatever. And then, of course, I had a lot of small businesses that closed up shop. So they're just not around anymore. So how do you advise clients to approach planning? Yeah, that's how I do it. They're just extended lead times. And it's like, well, if you want to do this, that, and the other, we got a plan for it. We got a budget for it. And we're looking at maybe 4 years, 5 years instead of the 3-year refresh. And the biggest thing right now is, they don't have the cash to lay out for all these projects. And so now I'm helping all of them with equipment leases, because they didn't know that was available to them, and so, I'm always educating clients on, if you want to do this, that, and the other, here's what we got a budget for. And most of those folks need that stuff like right now. They can't wait. They're competing against a lot, bigger companies, and they need to remain competitive. And the only way they can do that is to have what they need now, and they don't have the cash for it to lay out now. And so I'm helping them with equipment leases, which is, you can get everything you need now, whether it's all the computers, all the servers, the network infrastructure, the security infrastructure, the software, everything. You put everything together in a package, and you're doing equipment leases with a buyout of maybe $1 or whatever, and you're doing 24, 36, 48 month leases. They can get everything now, which is great. And they're like, wow, we didn't know we could do that. Obviously you still got to go through the credit approval process, but 90% of those folks are being approved, and bam. But then you get smacked in the face with the supply chain issues. We can only get half of this, whatever this project is. We can only do this. And, can't do the rest of it right now. So it sucks. But that's how I do it. Cheers. Oh, heaven. So anyway, a lot of that stuff gets pushed to the side. And so then they're coming to me about, what do we do? What's the alternative? We can't do this. We can't do that. We got the money for it now. We got, and we can't do it. So what's the alternative? So now they're bringing me in to just consult. They're like, what? God dang it. Hold on a second. Ugh, I hate that damn camera. Things are all of a sudden now turning into project management type stuff. Let's take care. The alternative is let's do these other things that were secondary. And maybe the CRM project needs to get pushed forward. Maybe we take a look at sales and marketing, because, you know, now that things have opened up after COVID, they need to really look at growing the business from a revenue perspective. And so we start talking about, you know, what can we do on the revenue side of things? You know, of course, the biggest thing right now is the kind of like the software developers, you know, like the membership thing. Like the biggest thing right now is monthly recurring revenue. So MMR, recurring MRR, sorry, monthly recurring revenue. That's the key to business growth and just being able to sustain your business right now too. Is you need to find a way to bring money in monthly. You can't. My biggest thing to clients is you can't grow a business on hope. Unfortunately, you know, you can battle cancer if all you got is hope. You can do it. And I'm living proof of that. But you cannot grow a business on hope. And by that, I mean you can't hope someone's going to call you. You can't hope you'll have more sales next month. You can't hope that next quarter is going to be better. You know, that's not how you do it. And so I'm having to show clients and help them with coming up with alternative ways to generate revenue and to keep that revenue coming in. And it's all about the monthly recurring revenue. What can we do? What can we build? What can we sell? What can we do that will keep clients coming back monthly, every month, you know? And then you grow on that, and you add more, and you add more, and you add more, and that's how you grow the business. Versus, we had a great month, but we have no clue what's going to happen next month. That you can't do that, you know. And so that's what I've been doing, is helping them, you know, figure out a way to do that, you know. So it could be anything, you know, even the smallest of small businesses, you know, that's their focus, you know, like a music shop. You know, I got 2 clients who are music stores that are just like, you know, what do we do? We can't, you know, yes, COVID has let up and now the kids are getting back, and, you know, they might maybe need some musical instruments or whatever the hell. Like, what do we do about growing the business, you know, keeping that revenue coming in, not only that, but growing it. And so that's what I do, is I help them figure out ways to set up, you know, even if it's, you know, lessons, monthly lessons or whatever, you know. These phones are ringing off the hook already. But you know what I mean? That's the goal. So if you're thinking about starting a business, or if you're already a small business owner and you're looking to grow your business, that's the key right now, is the monthly recurring revenue. You got to set up a way somehow, you know, like I say, whether you're building something, whether you're selling a service or whatever it is, it's got to be a monthly deal. And I know people hate that, you know, from a consumer standpoint, they hate it. You know, I do too. I don't like paying monthly for everything, but that is proof right there that that's the way small and medium-sized businesses are doing it these days. It's all about the monthly recurring revenue. And so that's why everybody's doing it, from software development firms to music stores, you know. So thanks for your perspective. Yeah, no problem, man. New audio device detected. What the hell? I swear, every time I leave Discord running in the background, and yeah, if you guys haven't, I mean, you know, don't switch. Do not. All right, there we go. Let me do an invite. Hold on one quick second here. Invite. Copy. Paste. There we go. So anyway, yeah, the the question last week was, about the Discord server. I am done with the Discord server now. It is up and running. It's live. It's ready for prime time. So if you are interested, the community now is going to be, instead of the whole Facebook group thing, because a lot of people aren't on Facebook. A lot of people are Twitter people. Some are Instagram. Some are LinkedIn, whatever. So the community aspect of it, building the community, growing it, I went with a Discord server idea that people were floating by me. So it is done. It's completed. If you guys are interested at all, consider joining the community over on Discord. So, and here is the link for it. Let me put that up. There you go. So there's the link for the Discord server. If you want to join, check it out. See if it's for you. That's where I'm going to be hanging out. That's where we're going to be. I've got separate channels in there, different topics. We're going to do some, watch parties. We're going to do all kinds of cool stuff. And I just never been a Discord person before, but it seemed to me like that was the best way to do the community aspect of it. Was through the Discord server. So yeah, check it out. And let me know what you think. Did it come across? It failed on Facebook. Okay. I don't know why it failed on Facebook. Let me see. Facebook. Yeah, it still didn't show. Well, at least it showed up. It doesn't show that it was me, but that is me, Facebook user. Join me on Discord right there. I wonder if it's because I've got the Restream app and the web app open at the same time. Maybe that's why it was not coming across. Let me check real quick. So here's the question of the day. No, it's still failing on Facebook, though. What do you fear the most? Let me know. Let's talk about it. What are you guys drinking? Coffee, tea, alcohol? Let me know in the chat. What's happening? What's hot? What's not? Drundays AV. Thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Wallethez. I'm really bad at that, man. I'm just butchering these names. Thanks, guys, for the follow. I really appreciate it from the Twitch side of the world. Love you guys. I have finally, I've gone over 100 followers on Twitch. And yes, I have. Everybody's been asking, are you an affiliate? Are you a partner now? What are you in? No, I'm not doing it. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Not at this juncture. No way, man. I'm not gonna. I mean, to sign an agreement like that, a contract that is all about exclusivity. No, I'm not even exclusive with the coffee I drink. Why would I be exclusive for when I do live streaming? I'm not gonna just stream only on Twitch. I prefer to just stream everywhere. Just, why can't I stream everywhere? No, I'm not gonna. I hit all the goals or whatever you call it, requirements and all that stuff, and I'm not interested. So, at least on YouTube, yeah, you can become a partner and they don't care. You can stream wherever the hell you want, So, yeah, the comments are not coming across. If you're on LinkedIn, let me know. Same with Twitter. I'm not getting any of the Twitter comments, but that's nothing new. Twitter, the API, I don't know what the deal is with Restream and Twitter. There's all kinds of problems, but that's why I never get the comments coming across. So if you're on Twitter, sorry. If you're on LinkedIn, I don't know what the deal is. I know they were having some problems earlier. And Facebook, same thing. Even when I type something in, it's coming across as unknown user. And then if I type something, it just says Facebook user. It's like, well, what the hell? So I don't know what the deal is there. I fixed the audio problems we were having, the video stuff, all that stuff. Coffee preference. I am absolutely a Death Wish guy. In fact, I'm a partner. I don't have my, God, they're all up in the dishwasher right now, of course. I want to say the president and CEO sent me a care pack that included the latest. This was the latest coffee mug, the annual. Like every year they come out with the 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022 mugs from Death Wish. Got all that stuff. Love Death Wish coffee. I've been yapping about them for years, and it just wasn't until like maybe a month or two ago they finally made me I think it's an affiliate. They don't even say what it is, but I got all my stuff and I posted my shit up online and people are buying it, but I don't know what you call it. I don't know if I'm an affiliate. I don't know if I'm a partner. I don't know what it is. But they finally made me whatever it is. But anyway, yeah, I got the latest stuff from him. He sent me a really nice note, a nice care pack with the Death Wish coffee and a mug and, the whole care pack. It was really cool. And they didn't have to do that, but I really appreciated it. And, they know that I, just about every live stream I do, I'm always saying something about Death Wish coffee and, so. But yeah, Boo, yeah, absolutely. Caribou is the big player in town here. We don't have like a Starbucks or anything like that. I whenever I'm up in Minneapolis, I'll maybe get a Starbucks. But most times it's, I'll swing by. Dunn Brothers is my favorite up in the Twin Cities. Absolutely love Dunn Brothers. Absolutely love it. Hang out with my friends there. I'll meet clients there, whatever. And we'll, slop down some coffee. But every now and then when I'm traveling, and it hasn't been it for years, but when I was traveling, unfortunately, yeah, sometimes, there was like a Starbucks on every corner. So it was like, it was quick and easy. It was, convenient. And it's not too bad. It was a very bitter coffee that just didn't have a whole lot of, I don't know what you want to call it. It just didn't have it for me. I don't know. You either like it or you don't, and it was kind of like, but it was the only thing around. So, Oh, who was that one client I had? Something 5. God dang it. I don't remember the name of it now. Anyway, we had a client who was had a couple of coffee shops and stuff like that, and they were trying to really grow it up in Minneapolis there, and I don't know what happened, but they ended up closing up during COVID because all they had was like curbside delivery. I mean, they didn't, the store wasn't open. You couldn't go inside. That's actually what led to my whole coffee shop podcast, was because you couldn't meet with people. I couldn't meet with friends, family, business clients. All the coffee shops were closed. You couldn't meet with anybody. So I started up that whole coffee shop podcast so that we could at least do a virtual, hangout type session or whatever. And so I'd do like a podcast, and then afterwards we'd do a, face-to-face Zoom meeting where we could all hang out just like we did in the coffee shop. We could show each other our coffee mugs and, tell stories, tell some lies, drink some coffee, fun stuff. So, fair enough. What about you? What is your coffee preference? Or do you have a preference? For years, I didn't. I was just kind of like I said, I'm not really one for exclusivity. So I love drinking all kinds of different coffees. I love trying different coffees. There's certain stores I like, or shops that I like. Like I said, Dunn Brothers is a big one up in the Twin Cities that I can't be up there and not go there, Cheers. Oh, heaven. And then when it comes to like retail, more of the Folgers kind of stuff. So like the 1850, the Pioneer blend, I love. Love the dark silk or black silk, or what I think it's called, black silk. That was pretty good. I like that. It wasn't too bad. And then, you start mixing stuff together with it. I usually go with, the sugar-free Coffee Mate. And then I put my own sugar. I go with sugar in the raw. Get a 2-pound box of that and mix that stuff up. And I come up with my own blends. I'll come up with the Zarzoza blend, And every time people, prior to COVID, I'd have people over, and serve them coffee or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, dude, this is like the best coffee ever. You should make up here. And it's my own blend. I make my own stuff. So nobody knows it. It's my secret, The only ingredient I tell people about, is that if you're not going to, do the black coffee, if you're going to have cream and sugar or do whatever, that kind of stuff, that's the only ingredient I let out of the bag, is that it's the sugar-free Coffee Mate mixed with a 2-pound box of sugar in the raw, and good stuff, man. It's just like, holy crap. People are just like, damn. So Dunn Brothers, you like Dunn Brothers as well? Okay. Are you must be up in the cities there, I'm guessing. But yeah, you like the local small one. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely love the mom and pop shops. It's just, I don't know what it is. I think it's just, it's got so much character. The environment is different. Everything about the mom and pop shops I love, I don't know. I mean, there was times where I'd go up to Minneapolis and, some of these small little shops that had maybe 3 or 4 tables, they didn't even have air conditioning. It was like 90 some degrees in there. I'd still love it. I'd sit in there, for an hour or 2 in the morning and just try the different blends that they had, like maybe drink 3 or 4 cups of coffee, and, I'd have the MacBook Pro out. I'd get some projects done or whatever and then bail. But, oh my God, I went here when we built the house here in Faribault. I was in the process of buying the coffee shop, the local coffee shop here. The deal fell through, but it was a huge place, an absolute huge place. And gal from I don't know if it was Russia. I forget where she was from, but she was initially, she wasn't really a coffee person. Her and another gal partnered up, and she did the candy and the food stuff, and then her friend focused on the coffee stuff, and her friend bailed, and so she was stuck running the business. She didn't know anything about coffee, and she didn't care about the coffee side of business. She just wanted to do what she wanted to do, which was candy stuff. And I totally get that. She was like a professional Russian candy maker or something like that. So she was going to open up her own place, and totally get that. And so I was in the process of acquiring that coffee shop from her until I found out how she did the books, let's just say. And she's not the only one. There's plenty of businesses out there that don't pay sales tax, that don't, they always mean to, like, oh, I'll do it next month or the next month or next quarter or whatever, and they just go years without paying it. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you got IRS knocking at your door. So it turned out that she owed a lot in back taxes. And I'm just like, that's a deal killer right there. Can't do it. I'm not going to acquire the business and the debt and then be on the hook for back taxes. No way. No way. So I just told her, I'm sorry. Can't do it. And then another guy, he was from the Middle East, came through and paid cash for it, for the business. She called me up too and said, hey, this guy's offering me more than what I'm asking and in cash. And I said, hey, take it and run. If somebody's willing to come in and buy it and take on the debt and the responsibility for the back taxes, everything, and he's going to pay cash, take it. It's unfortunately can't be me. So, so she did. He bought the place and started installing equipment and then left the country and never came back. And then COVID hit, and to this day, it's an empty shell of a store. So it's unfortunate, but that is the closest I came to being a shop owner myself. And I will do it someday. It's still it's on my bucket list. I want to have my own coffee shop. I want to be able to, I want to do that kind of thing just for the experience, just to have fun. And I love coffee, and I just love hanging out with friends and family and clients. And, it's just something about it. I just absolutely love the coffee shop. So someday. South of the river. Okay, I got you. Me too. Yep. In fact, I grew up in Inver Grove Heights. That is where I'm from. Is from Inver Grove Heights, IGH, Dakota County, and moved away to Rochester, Minnesota, and worked at Mayo as a consultant for years. And then met my wife. We dated for years, and then we got married and started a family, and I moved back to the Twin Cities. Went back to Inver Grove. Well, we started off in Eden Prairie, but after about, 5 years, my parents called and said, hey, if you want to buy the house, we're selling it. And it's the house I grew up in, so I said, yeah, I'll buy it. So I bought the house in Inver Grove Heights. The market fell apart. The market just tanked. That was back when the bubble burst. And I was stuck with a property that was just tanked. I owed twice what it was worth. So I had to sell it. I had to eat all that lost equity, and just, it was terrible. But so then we said, well, okay, well, what are we going to do? Let's build a house. We couldn't find a place down here in southern Minnesota, all on one level, because Teresa was disabled. And so we built this place here. I let Teresa design it, and I said, just tell me when your guys are done with it, and we'll move in. So Bluebird. What is Bluebird? Question of the day. Nobody's answered it yet. What do you fear the most? Well, one person did. Little creepy crawly, little creepy crawlies. What do you fear the most? Yeah, my answer was, and not from a pain thing or anything, you know, death, you know, not being around for my family. My family was absolutely devastated when I was diagnosed with cancer, and they saw the you know, the MRI scans and all that stuff, and I was told, you know, this is bad, dude. You got like 6 to 9 months to live. So start saying your goodbyes, and you know, if you want to fight it, we'll help you out every step of the way. But you know, just realize that you've got like 6 to 9 months. And I wasn't afraid of the you know, the pain, or you know, I don't fear death. I fear not being around for my family. You know, they rely on me for everything. You know, I'm the main breadwinner. I'm the man of the house, you know, or whatever you want to call it. But I do everything, you know. I just fear not being there for my wife, you know. She needs me. She relies on me. My family relies on me. Brandon's now an adult, so he's no longer, you know, in high school or anything like that. You know, he's now an adult. He did move out for a little while. And then when I got, you know, diagnosed with cancer, he moved back home to help out. You know, he had to help out with mom. He had to help out with this, that, and the other. He, you know, does, you know, chores, you know what I mean? You know, garbage, and helps out around the house and stuff like that. But he's got a full-time job, you know, so I lay down the same rules that I always would, you know, that I had. You know, if you're going to live at home, you're working full-time and paying rent, you know. No problem. He's a great kid. He's very, very, very responsible. He's got a full-time job. He works 10, 12, 14 hours a day. He works nights and sleeps during the day. And then he's off, you know, whatever, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So he's just helping mom with groceries. He's taking her to her, you know, appointments, whatever. He helps out. He's a great kid. So that aspect of it does help. But, you know, the fear is just not being there, you know, and having to survive on their own. And I know they can do it. You know, Teresa has plenty of skills. And like I said, she's a phenomenal jewelry designer. And I know she hates the business aspect of it. But, you know, it's not like they can't sell that stuff. You know, Brandon could easily take it to stores or to shops or to shows, or sell it online, or, you know, list stuff on Etsy or whatever. I mean, there's ways to make income, even as a disabled person, you know. And she is a phenomenal fucking designer, man. She's just, like I said before, her friends would pick up bins of stuff, and within 1 week sell it all at the office. You know, people would just buy all that stuff up. And just the occasional person would need a repair, you know, like maybe a bracelet broke or something, or a necklace would break or something, you know, or whatever. And she'd have them ship it back, and she'd fix it and ship it back. But she loves doing that stuff, you know. So there's ways, you know, but I fear all that other stuff. You know, I take care of all the, you know, the bills, and God dang it. You know, all the bills and all of the, you know, like the other day, she was like, I don't even know how to, you know, do the computer stuff. I need to know how to log on, like all of it. Like, all the medical stuff. I take care of all the medical stuff. Like, I'm kind of like the doctor of the house too. You know, I'm showing my dad his scans. You know, I get access to everything. And then on the computers and stuff, I show Teresa her MRIs. I show her everything, all the blood labs, all of the, you know, doctor's notes, all of the everything, you know, because by law, you know, they have to provide you with your medical records, and 99% of people don't access that stuff through the portals. But with my knowledge and experience and history with healthcare IT, I know that stuff inside and out. I'm helping doctors, you know, whenever I do my virtual visits, I'm helping them pull up the scans. I'm helping them interpret the MRIs and the, you know, all this stuff. And so I do that here, you know. Without me around, they'd have you know, she wouldn't know what's going on. You know, she doesn't know what the right questions to ask, you know. And same with my dad, you know. He relies on me to show him his tumor. You know, is it growing? Is it shrinking? Is it, you know, whatever. And then once he has all that information, then he can meet with the oncologist. Then he can meet with people and go in, you know, knowing what's going on and be able to ask an informed question with regards to the tumor or with regards to the blood labs, you know. You know, the blood labs are showing that he's just a teensy little bit lower, you know, short on potassium. Well, what's the question to ask? What do you do? Well, what foods are high in potassium? You know, or do I take a pill for that, or do I just eat better, or like, what do I do? You know, well, how the hell do you know you're short on that? Well, because he read it. I showed him the blood lab. I showed him the results. I showed him the scan, his MRI scan. I showed him the PET scans. You know, it lit up like a freaking Christmas tree. And so that's, you know, that's my long answer to a short question. You know, what do I fear? I fear death. Not because I'm, you know, going to experience pain or anything. You know, I fear not being around for my family. You know. And I'm sure she's more than capable. Same with Brandon, same with my dad. It's just that right now they rely on me for just about everything. And that's what I fear all the time. Every time they tell me these stupid odds, I feel like, I don't know, they, you know, when they tell you stupid ass things like you got 6 months to live and shit like that, that's what I get stressed out about. I don't want to hear that. You know, I mean, I want them to be honest with me. I want them to be upfront with me. But I don't need to hear that shit, you know, because then I get stressed out. And then I'm, you know, trying to hustle around, trying to show Teresa how to do this, that, and the other. If I die, here's what you need to do. Here's how you handle the bank stuff. Here's how you handle the house stuff. Here's how you handle homeowner's insurance. Here's how you handle this, that, and the other. And then she gets stressed out because it's just too much to handle, you know, and she's battling her own healthcare issues. And then we got dad fighting cancer. And so anyway, that's what I fear. And the only reason I say all that stuff, it's kind of like, you know, again, it's all about the experience. It's about educating other people. Everybody's got a story. And I just find it fascinating. Not just my own stories, but like everybody else's stories. Everybody's got a story to tell, and I find it fascinating. And so I don't care if it's, you know, what's your favorite coffee to what do you fear the most? You know, what music do you like the best? You know, again, it's all about the story. It's all about the experience. It's all about you. Crystal, let's see. Was that Bluebird? I don't understand. What is Bluebird? What is that? It sounds cool, whatever it is. I have a microphone that's a Bluebird. Oh, shit. Are you talking about behind me? It is a Bluebird. Yeah, it is. Shit, I wasn't even paying attention. I had no clue. But, yeah, I do. Apparently, I've got a voice. I don't know. It sounds like bullshit to me, but people like my voice. And so I do some, not a lot, some voiceovers just for extra money on the side, you know. If somebody's got a commercial they want to do or a radio spot or whatever. Yep. And I was going to build a little voice booth and stuff like that. But like I said, once I got cancer, you know, all that money disappeared down the medical expense hole in the ground. And I couldn't finish the downstairs the way I wanted to with separate rooms. Right now it's wide open. So I do, you know, like right here I've got my podcasting table. Over there I've got my YouTube set. Over there I've got my video editing workstation area. And then behind me I do the all the voiceovers and stuff, the voice booth type stuff, you know. Good eye though. Most people when you said Bluebird, I'm like, what are you talking about? Anyway, if you guys don't have any other questions, I don't see any in there. I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna call it a day, and not a day, but I'm gonna call it a stream. Places to go, people to see, things to do, chores to complete, finish, whatever you want to call it. It's a Monday, man. My Mondays are friggin' hell. So, you know, you got the post office, you got this, that, and the other. Yeah, it's just craziness. But I thank you all for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to fire up a couple of games or whatever. We'll do that next time around if that's okay. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Listening to me yap and jabber on about nothing. Just remember, if you guys need help, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's business related or cancer related or just life in general, yeah, reach out to me. No problem. Especially on the cancer side of things. Again, you know, I can't say enough about that because it's important, you know. So if you're 40 or above, make sure you get screened. You know, if you have a family history, definitely make sure you get screened. And if you're having symptoms, for God's sakes, get screened. Don't put that shit off. Don't end up like me, you know, at the end of a rope and being told you got 6 to 9 months to live and you got to fucking battle, no pun intended, your ass off with surgeries and chemotherapy and radiation treatments and all that bullshit and going through all the pain and having your lung ripped out of you and having your innards ripped out of you. And, you know, like I said, my body looks like somebody came at me with a samurai sword. Don't let it get to that. I mean, I do what I got to do just to stay alive. You know, I should have been dead quite a while ago, but you know, that's why I say I can't stress it enough. Don't let it get to that. Catch it early and do something about it, you know? So get screened. What else? If you want to support me and my dad in our battle with cancer, right here. Here's the link right here. Support me at Ko-fi. Rhymes with no fee because they don't take a fee. Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/J Sarzosa. Right there. That's how you support me and my dad. You can do a one-time donation. Yep. You can buy me a coffee there. Or you can join the membership. You can join our Cancer Sucks community. And for like $5 or $2, I think it's down to $2, you know. And it makes a difference, man. Every little bit helps. And for my dad, it's going to pay for his what do you call it? Those Ensure. They're like a high protein drink and stuff because, you know, you lose a shit ton of weight as you do on with cancer. And so he's trying to gain weight. And so when you have cancer, especially colon cancer, you just don't absorb nutrients very well. So he has to drink, you know, at least 2 of those a day. Or if he doesn't eat a meal, then he has to replace it with an Ensure. And then he's got those little breakfast, whatever you call them, those breakfast biscuits or whatever the hell. So those in combination, but they're very expensive. And so, it's not something insurance covers or anything like that, but the hospital and the clinics and the cancer center recommend that you do that. And sure, luckily, and they reached out. They emailed me a bunch of $3 off coupons and stuff. Said, here, have your dad use these. They're good through August. I'd be more than happy to have him use those. So I really appreciate that. The fine folks at Insure. So yeah, it's not cheap. And so the money we raised the other day went to help Dad pay for that. So yeah, if you want to help support our efforts, battling cancer, that's where you do it. Ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/JSarzosa. You can do a one-time donation, buy me a couple coffees, or join the Cancer Sucks community by clicking on the membership tab and choose the tier that works best for you, even if it's just $2. Most people are doing the $5, but hey, I don't care. $2. It all makes a difference. It all matters. You matter. You matter to us. So, yeah. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. Stay cool, man. Holy shit. Hotter than hell out there. 98 or whatever the hell it is, and muggy as hell. Ugh. Stay cool. But yeah, that's all I got. So I will see you guys next time. If I don't see you in the next day or two here, come back on Friday. I'm doing the late night chill and chat on Friday night, 11 p.m. Central, or the Saturday morning coffee shop podcast at 10 a.m. Central. Yeah. Anyhow, that's all I got. Take care, my friend. We'll see ya. See ya.